Philosophical quandaries. Guitar amps flying in from all over the place. Work all over. It's awesome. Personal challenges. Professional challenges. That's just life. Welcome back to another episode of Forgotten Gear Restorations, where I will be tackling a return due to one of the aforementioned Electro-Harmonic 6v6s that were part of a batch of bad tubies. So let's check this one for any sort of collateral damage, repair that if it's there, get that new tube put in, and see what's up. Y'all take care. Bye. Jared, I've got your old character saturated Fender Champ here on the bench. And you guys out there remember this guy, I'm sure. This guy came back because of a red plating issue after service. And why was that? Well, because I got some of the 6v6s that were in a failed batch from Electro-Harmonics. They were defective, and that was causing an issue with this guy red plating. So we're going to open her up, make sure there was no collateral damage. If I see anything remotely stressed out, go ahead and replace that, get you a new tube in there, and get her biased up and ready to go. Now let's take a look in there. Usually it's that 1K right there that'll start giving up the ghost, but she's not even remotely stressed. Everything else looks fabuloso. Let's make sure that everything measures as it should. Over in the power amp. And I did install backup rectifier diodes there for you. Nice. Bellissima. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. All right, let's grab a new tube. We'll plug her on in and take it from there. And we're back. All right, Jared, you have your plate voltage is sitting at 357 volts DC, which is perfect. You have you're sitting at about 85.7% max plate dissipation for the 6v6 in the Champ situation. That's nice. So we're going to leave her be. I'm going to let her cook there. I'm going to put a signal in and attach a dummy load. We'll monitor bias current, and we'll make sure that she is going to play nice when she makes that long trek back home. That's what's going to happen. Oh man, what a day. It's, you know what guys, it's been, this last week has been insane. Not only in this week as well, but the preceding week, last week was nuts. And what do I mean by that? Well, just a lot of like personal stuff, you know. And then I have an Ampeg SVT2 that's misbehaving, and I have to get back in there and try to sort this guy out. This thing had me shedding some follicles, tell you. But not to get too personal, but I am. Man, I've been missing my dad lately. I've been missing that guy. Just wish he was still here. I don't know why, he's just been on my mind lately. And then, you know, like being a dad, being a dad changes your perspective hugely. It changes everything. Everything changes. In a way, things become untenable daily. It's incredibly challenging. It's the hardest job in the world, but man, you wouldn't give it up for anything. And it just makes me look at my childhood differently, knowing what I know now. I see my dad in a different light. And now that he's gone, you know, like I'm seeing these moments that my kids are having with me, and now I'm sort of auditing like the past, for lack of a better metaphor or phrase. I think I'm auditing the past because I want to make sure that they have what I didn't have with respect to like relationship, you know, and all that stuff, man. I know we're not here for this on the channel, but I'll tell you guys, I don't think I've told many of you guys, but I've told some of you, and I'll just say it, man, that part of the reason why I have these videos up here is not business related. It's not. It's so that, you know, when it's my time to leave, when it's my time to leave, my kids will have like a place they can go to like get to know their old man, you know. They'll have a repository of videos that they can have if it's still hosted. They'll be able to like get to know me through my work and through some of the commentary, and I do talk about them from time to time, and I love them so much. And this is not meant to be morose or negative or, you know, throwing clouds over anybody's day. I'm just saying, you know, like I feel incredibly lucky that I have my own little family. I just feel lucky, man. And I hope they know I feel that way, and I hope I make that obvious in the way I interact with them and our little daily transactions, you know, because I could be a moody dude, but I always make sure before the day's done, that they know exactly how I feel about them, you know. It's hard being a parent, man. Especially when you did, I'm not saying this either to be negative, but when you haven't seen like a perfect family situation and then you create a family situation, you know, you try not to fall back into that first impression that you received. You know, you always want to make sure that you're moving beyond that, you know, that first impression really sets the tone of somebody's life. You know, the first time, you know, you went from being just a 2-year-old to all of a sudden you're having memories and you realize that you're here. You know, I don't know when you wake up like that, but when the first time you taste for real your mom's lasagna or spaghetti, or the first time you smell your dad's cologne or like aftershave, you know, the first time you notice music, the first time you notice cars, all that stuff makes an impression, and we tend to hold up our current and future experiences against that standard. That first impression becomes the standard. So I think the hardest part is letting go of old patterns and having a better standard for your kids, to impress upon your kids so that that's what they go for. They don't go for what you went for, you know. Anyway, all this to say is I'm sure glad to be working on this champ. And I don't mean to get so philosophical and all that, but, you know, I got to get it out there. It's been a while since I've been able to sit down at the bench and work on an amp that's agreeable, you know, not one that's fighting me with every fiber in its being. And I'm looking at this amp peg right now, buddy. I'm going to get you. I'm going to figure out why it's suddenly going in a thermal runaway condition after hitting one note. It went from having completely stable bias. All the factory settings were managed. And after hitting one note of my guitar, I noticed it was just starting to run away. So I'm going to figure out what's going on with that. And then that's it, you guys. I've got another I've actually got a Vibro Champ down there, a black-faced one, that I'm about to put onto the bench and service as well. This is one that I've seen before. It has the original tubes. The owner smelled a whiff of smoke, and he shut it off. And now it's back on my bench. I always tell you guys, I'm not Nostradamus. I can't predict how much life you've got left in your original tubes from the late 60s or mid 60s or 70s or 80s. You know, all I can do is tell you how they're behaving in their operating environment. And if that operating environment is suitable or hostile, right? It's all we can do. It's all we can do as techs. Like this particular instance, I've had 3 amps come back with this bad batch of EH6V6s. And I've let the rest of you guys out there know. Just bring it back, I'll change it. No worries. And the vendor has been super sweet. They've refunded my money upon receipt of the old tubes. So you guys out there, hang on to those tubes. And contact your vendor. So I got to get out there and meet you, Patrick, and deliver your SWR bass amp to you. You guys didn't see that one. That was a quick and dirty fix. Just a little bit of love needed. And I will catch up with you guys later. Oh yeah, and why? Another challenge this week. My vehicle, got it back from the dealership after getting a oil change. And a week after that, my oil light came on. Checked the stick, bone dry. No leaks, no smoke out the tailpipe. So it looks like they forgot to fill her up. Or they just filled up the filter, installed the filter, and then forgot to actually put oil in the pan. So that's not good. That's not good. So we'll see what happens. Love you guys out there. Hope you're having a brilliant, Tuesday. Hope you're having a brilliant Tuesday. Hope you guys out there working on similar projects as myself are being safe and having success and have happy customers out there. You guys swimming by the channel, if you're still listening to me blabber on, I appreciate you being here. Grayson and Harrison, if you guys are like watching this in the future, then I feel like Schwarzenegger. And I hope you catch that movie reference. One day we'll watch it together. You guys have a wonderful week out there. It's not even halfway done yet. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Throw a comment down there. I'll chat with you. A lot of you guys have found out that I'm willing to take phone calls from you and help you troubleshoot remotely. I just can't get enough of this stuff. It makes me feel useful, you know, and I love this stuff. So you guys have a blessed week. Bye.